So this morning I am here in a bathroom. Where else would I be? Basically, I've got two small, I've got a broken tile here, which isn't my work, but somebody else's. And then I've just noticed that this one here is also cracked and broken. So I'm going to show you how to take these tiles out and then replace them, which I think is something that most people would like to know how to do, because it's a tedious little problem. I have taken the bath panel off. I believe the tile was cracked probably as the bath panel was being put on, so we're going to have to take the tile out and then put a new tile in and basically wait for that tile to set before the new bath panel is put back in. Okay. So normally I would use a Dremel down here and I would cut these out, but because it's such a small piece, I'm hoping just get a chisel. See that one was like not stuck on very well. And you have to wear safety specs on this because those tiles will crack and spit back out at you. So very gently. Without damaging this tile here, you want to just crack this grout up and around here. This is a cut down here, so that's fine, we can do that. That's why I'm using a sharp chisel with the flat edge, with this flat edge to this good tile, but not actually on the tile. I'm just cracking the grout. You see that? May well be. You always want to pry from here. As we have a little lump there, we're going to take that out. As you can see, the tile has just dropped away, which is exactly what we want. And then we want to just clean up this edge here. That grout. Very, very gently. that out there. Run a chisel down the side of the tile and actually clean the grout off. And then see the grout on the top of the floor tile. Okay, now as I say, this was not my installation work, it was done by another company. I'm just coming back to repair, but you can see that overall their way of doing their job was absolutely atrocious. I mean, that's still grout from the previous company. They didn't even wash down the tiles. I won't say names, but yeah. Okay, so now we'll go and prep our two pieces of tile, one for here and one for here. And then we'll mix up a little bit of adhesive and pop them in. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, I've put a line of masking tape across the tile, which is going to be my line cut. And this should help it stop from chipping. I've got an extremely fine blade on my grinder. I'll leave one of these in the description below. So this diamond blade by Expert. This is there are cut pieces. So just before we mix the adhesive, we want to do a dry fit, and that tells me that the tile is the right size. Nice clean edges, nice clean cuts. We've got all the correct edges to the correct sides. Sometimes you can mistake this and just cut this edge over here, and that means you'd have to recut. But before you mix adhesive, it's always better to dry fit a repair patch tile and make sure you've got all your corners correct. So I'm just going to tidy up this and then mix some adhesive and pop these on. Okay, so I've just mixed up some adhesive and you can see the consistency there. Just flicks off. Kind of flicks but sticks. Now because there's some old adhesive on here, I've basically got a gap behind here. So what I'm going to do, normally I'd have a spreading trowel, but I don't have one. Or I I don't have one that's going to fit in that small space, so I'm going to spread this adhesive on here. Come across this same time. Got a nice little trowel. And then I'm going to back butter the tile as well to make sure that this, and I'm going to back butter the tile as well. The reason why I'm pushing this adhesive onto the wall is because then I know that this adhesive is fully adhered to the old adhesive and the wall. And remember, this is a repair, right? So my issue is the more that I mess around with this, so if I was to chip off all the old adhesive, which I know is good because it's fairly new, I risk damaging some of the tiles because you can drop a hammer or whatever it is, or a chisel while you're working over tile. Or I could just slip and maybe chip one of these tiles. So at this point of the game, less is more. Now I'm going to show you what back buttering is, because this is something that's really important. It's when you push adhesive onto the tile. And that means that that adhesive gets right into the back of the tile. And so when you put these two faces together, these two should sit and then glue pretty much perfectly. Now, I'm happy with that. We'll set this on here and boom. Now, because this is actually a rapid set adhesive, this is going to go off in about an hour. I'm going to get some spacers just to put in here so that holds that edge up. So just slightly off the edge, and also this edge up. So I'm just going to put a little spacer in there. Pretty much anything will do, so even a tiny piece of tile. And all that's going to do is hold that edge straight, and then that edge straight with that one. Or just pop that out afterwards, because we want that line to look good. This line doesn't matter as much, but obviously everything's important. We'll just set those there. We'll probably be able to space it with that, I would say. So now as that's holding all there together, that's going to set. That adhesive is. In about an hour I'll come back and I'll be able to pull these two spacers out and then clean that with a cloth, make sure I've got no adhesive on the edges, and grout everything. Catch you later. Okay, so I've taken off the spacers, the tile's nice and set. All we need to do is grout Okay, so I've let the grout dry off for about 40 minutes, and you can see that it's dry here. It's still slightly wet in the groove there, but that's good, because what that will do is it'll smooth out the grout as you run the sponge over. So take a nice clean sponge, water, and then just rub like so. As I said, these tiles up here were not mine. I'm not dealing with the tiles around them. And just rinse. And then if you want, you can just do that, which will level off all the grout into the next lines of grout. New into old. Give it a rub. That's how you change a tile, or a couple of little tiles. So if you've enjoyed that video, or if it's helped you out, leave us a like, and if you like that kind of content, then hit that subscribe button. All right, thanks.